What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. My name is Splat. Happy to have you here today as we hang out for a little while and check out a game called Shortest Trip to Earth. This game is currently in early development, but I had the benefit and pleasure of picking it up last weekend and have had some time to spend a little bit of time playing the game. I guess you would have to have time in order to spend it. Time is kind of like money. You got to have some in reserve before you can spend it. So yeah, I think that sentence rings true. Anyways, I always get stuck on minutia whenever I do this job. I swear to God, if I spent half as much time playing games as I did dithering over like the syntax format of my sentences, I think we get a lot more done. But Shortest Trip to Earth is basically a mixture of like FTL. I mean, in a lot of ways, this is a game that you've already seen before. It's a game where there's sectors, you've got a ship with modules and crew and everything else, and you fly around inside of them. Kind of reminds me of this game that I had on the Apple IIe when I was a kid that was a Star Trek game. Back then, it was all ASCII and like dots on a matrix, essentially, and then you just use your imagination for everything. And this game is kind of the logical advancement of that idea. You fly through various sectors, you mediate disputes, you get into gunfights, you harvest resources, but the ultimate goal is to get back home, which actually seems to be a theme that is recurring in space games right now, where it almost seems like every single space crew is almost always trying to get home. We're not exploring anymore. We just want to get back to our apartment and have a nice cup of coffee. That's all that we ever wanted. Let's start the game off. We've got the closest star is going to be one of the, I guess, you can start in different sectors, but we're going to start in the first sector because why not? 15 years ago, a warp drive malfunction landed us in the wrong place, thousands of light years away from any star system. Little fuel, little resources. We cryo-freezed ourselves and accelerated the ship towards the closest star, hoping there would be a way to refuel. We have now arrived. Okay, sounds good to me. We get to pick our ship. There's the Tigerfish, there's the Arrownose, and there is the Sequoia. There's also the Athena. I assume you unlock these by reaching further sectors. I've spent enough time with the game to like know how to play it, but I haven't actually put in a solid attempt at winning yet, which is what we're going to do in this playthrough. Basically, I wanted to learn the game so that I wouldn't be wasting your time being like, I don't know what this does, making tons of cuts trying to figure out what we want to do. I am not a big fan of the Arrownose because I have destroyed the Arrownose. Even though it's got a cute little chinchilla face, that ship is super easy to blow up. I have killed this ship many times in my playthroughs. The Tigerfish is a utility frigate with powerful mining lasers and missiles, but not really designed for long-range travel. Alright, well, you know, you takes what you can get. We also get to pick our starting bonuses, and suffice it to say, I'm not going to go through all of these, but every single time you play the game, you get to spend fate points. You earn fate points by doing certain things in your previous playthroughs. So let's say, for example, you find a wounded animal in space, and you decide to heal it instead of murdering it and harvesting it. You might get a fate point because you did like a morally kind thing, or something that karma would reward you for. Think of this as karma, basically. If you do good things in your previous run, you'll end up with a bunch of fate points, which you can spend on bonuses that go into the game. The next game, actually, the consecutive game. I'm going to take extra fuel reserves. We're going to spend 2 points on that. Backup rations. We're going to start with more explosives because the Tigerfish starts with rocket launchers, and I always run out of missiles pretty early. We'll take Neo Steel. Sounds good to me. We're not going to take synthetics. Is that an extra 125? Okay, cool. What we're going to take on top of that is we will take a... Let's take a main... we'll take a main guns upgrade. Although that costs a lot. Never mind, I ain't going to do that. Let's go with replacement engines. We'll go with a better shield generator. And that puts us at 14 out of 15. And then we'll take a, I don't know, a pet. A space pet. I don't know what he is, but he looks cute. A live gift from a friend of our AI. The creature is very intelligent. It may draw fire from enemy intruders. Oh my god, I got this house pet. But don't worry, the enemy might shoot at it instead of shooting at humans. I'm like, I don't want people to shoot at my dog or my cat. That seems like a dick move. Let's start the game. A malfunction in our ship's warp drive has landed us thousands of light years away from home. Little fuel, little resources. We've also got pink Pepto clouds coming out of the booty hole of our ship. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Our only option was to accelerate towards the closest star using conventional engines. "15 years later? Holy shit, dude, it took us 15 years to get to the nearest star? Good sweet lord." Alright, so I've got the game paused here, and our mothership AI wants to speak with us. Captain, I've defreezed the entire crew. I've assigned all of them to operate different ship modules. You may wish to review this later. Okay, sounds good. I've paused the game down here, and this is our ship. We've got little guys who wander around. I actually really like the graphical representation of this game. I think they did a great job with the art assets. We've got everything from people being inside cryo sleep pods, which means they're not doing anything for us, to operating inside of our lasers. We'll quickly go through the modules we have on our ship. So there's our engines right there. We've got a energy reactor. We've got a industrial reactor. We've got a multi-container, which is used for holding metals and other things. We are going to have to dump our excess here before we go any further, too. We've got our fuel tanks over here. We've got another multi-container. We've also got ourselves our warp drive, our shield generator, and as you can see, the little people will go and work inside these modules and make them actually either functional or more efficient, depending on what the module does. Some modules need people in them to be functional. Some things need people inside of them to be better. It just kind of depends on the module. Cryosleep is where extra crew goes if they're not actively doing anything or walking around the ship. We've got a tactical missile launcher on the front. We've got ourselves a combat sensor, a long-range sensor. We've got several industrial lasers, and what looks like yet another Tigerfish missile platform. And so we've got pretty awesome armaments on here, in all fairness. If anything messes with us, they're going to regret it. However, this is not the part of the game that we want to look at. If we press the tab key, it's going to take us to an overmap, and we are in the Vestas system. In the Vestas system, if you look around, there's these bright little dots right here. These bright little dots will be points of interest that we can look at inside the confines of the system, and there will be various events there that we can resolve. They will either be a matter of luck, a matter of combat, or a matter of, like, are you equipped to handle this? In any case, you always stand to gain something or lose something by taking on any of these events, just like you would when you do the text adventures parts of FTL. If you've played that game, that would be the corollary that I would draw right here. In Vestas 3, let's go check it out. We right-click on wherever we want to go on the map. We can actually free fly around as much as we want. Wouldn't recommend it just because we're losing. The game plays in real time. It's slowed right now, but you will be actively losing fuel and resources for every moment you're not doing something in this game. And so in a lot of ways, it's a bit of a race against time as well. Dear Time has challenged us to a drag race, has taken off the ceremonial scarf, the ceremonial ascot, and waved it in the air, and now we must race it. This planet is too heavily radioactive to have any practical use. Okay, cool. Well, let's head back towards the center. I'm going to unslow the game. We're going to go for this point right here. I've completed calculating the shortest route back to Earth. The journey goes through 10 sectors of uncharted space. This means you'll need to find more fuel and other resources along the way to stay alive. If possible, explore every star system to maximize your survival chances. That also increases your chances of getting shot at. The AI doesn't say that, but you will get shot at some point in this game. We're now investigating whatever this is. It's Vestas 8. Strong electromagnetic interference prevents us from scanning this planet's surface from orbit. We cannot see what's down there without entering the atmosphere. Well, let's yellow it. We're going to go and explore. We are landing. It's one of the famous rainbow worlds, covered in superactive semi-biological soup of various rare chemicals. Seems like a good spot for harvesting organics and possibly more. We're pretty full up on organics right now. Organics are the food that your crew consumes as you go through the game, and they can be used for other things like manufacturing medicine. But yeah, let's research and prospect for resources. Sounds good. That should give us some Xeno data. You trade data in this game like credits. Research shows the local rainbow soup is a viable resource. We could easily set up some extraction and processing facilities here and get a good load of resources that we need. We can set up an explosives processor, a fuel processor. Let's go for a fuel processor because we need fuel a lot more than we need organics. That's going to cost us 50 metal and 50 synthetics. Hopefully nothing goes wrong because we don't have a lot of those. Extraction operation was completed without incident. We got ourselves 146 fuel. We got 1 fate point for our next run. And then we've lost 50 synthetics and we've lost 50 metals. Okay, I think these are synthetics, yeah. Let's go to the final little planet here and we'll check and see what's going on in this area and then we'll jump to the next zone. So on Vestas, what, 9, 7? I don't know. I didn't see how many I's were in there. V-I-I-I-I-I. Wasn't the last one Vestas 8 too? There's 2 Vestas 8s. Lush forests cover this green planet. Looks like a good spot for harvesting some organics. Yeah, let's do it. It only costs 5 fuel, and we just got a big old surplus of fuel, so we might as well check it out. Fuel time, gotta go get the mule time. Eco-harvesting is easy because the local ecosystem is Earth-like, and our harvesting technology doesn't need adjustments. Cool. Well, let's do it. I mean, I'm always happy with taking a few extra resources, so if it starts us off, eco-harvesting is at 50% right now. There we go. Oropteras and bots eco-harvested fruits, seeds, eggs, and left the developed parent organisms themselves intact. We were able to harvest a significant amount of organics without killing a single creature. Good. Awesome. I think that's all there is in this area. We've got maximum food right now. We're pretty close to, I mean, we're over halfway up on the fuel tanks, which is great. Some of the representative stuff that you can see here, this is the hull of our ship with these little shields. with, yeah, the little shields up there. Conversely, these are our shields right here with the little bar. I would actually, representative-wise, I would swap that around. I would make shields represented by a shield, and then I would make the hull represented by the green bar. Just because, you know, shields being represented by shields makes sense to me in my head. And when I looked at that, I was like, wait, is that my shields? Like, automatically. It's just like one of those representative things that it isn't copacetic in my head. It might just be me being weird. I don't know. We can turn off all of our modules. We can turn on all of our modules. Giggity, just in case you find yourself to be excessively sexually pleasing to the modules on your ship. I don't know what kind of robot or AI you might be. That might be something you find enjoyable. So, you know, recreate, do what you want to do. We'll jump up to the warp map now because we've hit everything in this area. And so we are in the Vestas system. We've hit 3 out of 3. In Namera, we have a trade signal and 2 planets. Let's go there. It's the only place we can go. So let's be on our way. Fuel cost is going to be 50. So that's going to take us down to 350. Let's warp to destination. Zoopity-doop, we are now inside Namera. In Namera, I don't actually see a lot of points of interest. We've got a barren planet right there at Namera 6. Other locations of interest. It said there was a trade signal around here, but I don't see it. Let's go to Namera 6 first. Be careful about flying through asteroid belts. Your ship will take damage. And so if you're wondering why I'm taking like the long way around, it's because these are asteroid belts and they actively cause your HP to go down when you fly through them. And so it's dangerous. This is a commercial ship service station on this planet specialized in increasing ships' durability by building custom integrity modules from recycling local scrap metal. This service includes free food. We could spend some of our credits. It's an option. It'll probably make our ship a little bit more robust. Let's do it. Why not? I get shot a lot in this game, and so they said they're using their excess scrap. So the workers' representative takes a look at the standard module blueprints. They take time to scutter through various junk found in their yard. A bit by bit, start to assemble something that looks like an integrity module. Few drones are used, and most of the work is carried out manually. After several days of work, the module is finished, and it looks ugly. Okay, well, we've got a module right here. We can install that somewhere in any of our slots. I will go ahead and install it right here. It's an integrity module, which means it gives us 6 extra HP, which we don't get free healing from. Okay, I've got to dump a couple food right there, but that's all right. It's always good to have a surplus. I'm going to go around these asteroid fields, and we're going to check this little point of interest out right here, and hopefully we don't get attacked by pirates or anything. The planet has a thin atmosphere and signs of very early carbon-based life. However, closer analysis proved it to be worthless for our interests. Oh, man. Well, I guess we'll warp again then, because there's nothing else here that we're interested in. We've hit everything. We went to the trade signal. We can go to Diolo, we can go to Fallow, or we can go to Poa. Let's go to Diolo, because we have a survey done there. We've actually got a scan concluded on Diolo, and so we'll check this area out. Diolo 2 is right here to the south of us, so we'll take a look and see if there's anything useful here. Diolo 2, what you got for me, boo? This planet features extreme temperatures and intense volcanic activity. Initial scans suggest possibility of valuable minerals. Prospect? Yeah, we're low on minerals and synthetics and whatnot, so we'll check it out. What's the worst that could go wrong? We get blowed up and we start over in a game that's supposed to be about getting blowed up and starting over? I mean, you know. Our drones discovered the atmospheric activity is too unpredictable to start a mining operation. However, they did find a small crash-landed spaceship, which our engineers scavenged. Incredibly, some of the ship's technology is still repairable. Oh, cool, we got a mod. Let me pause the game real quick. It's a medium laser 3. Ooh. Badass. It does 4 damage. Ooh. I kind of want that. Yeah, replace that module right there. Yeah, buddy. Medium laser 3. And then I'll actually probably get rid of one of these Tigerfish missile platforms because they run out of ammo really quickly. I tend to find that I like lasers a little bit better. Lasers and rail weapons and stuff like that, I tend to like them a little bit better because they aren't constricted by ammo. Missiles, however, do hurt like a beezy if they actually hit you. If you connect with a missile, it's like, ow! It's quite painful for whoever decides to get in the way. I should have a crewman over here. We'll assign him to there. We should have a crew right here. There's our kitty right there. His name is Pee-wee-gee. He's a baby is he a, what is it? An animal rescue from a dead space station years ago. Is its name Pee-wee-gee? Or is that the, like, species? It's like a feral Pee-wee-gee that lives in our house. Either way, I'm not going to worry about it for right now. Oh, I can't wait to fire this laser at somebody. Firing my lasers. Somebody's definitely... Aw, that lacks power? Why? Don't be like that. Fine. I will... Can I disable? I don't want to turn off my modules. Instead, I'll turn that one off. And that brings my long-range sensor back online. Let's take this crewman, and I'm just going to have him over here. Is this a laser? Well, I kind of want the lasers online, so if I can take the missile launcher down, I would rather do that. So let's take the missile launcher down, and then we'll turn... Yeah, we'll turn you back online, and that puts us at 24 out of 24. So we're going to have to come up with a reactor solution pretty soon, too. Can I put you inside of a storage container? Is that possible? Or do I have to discard you? Oh, it sucks. I don't want to discard you. Alright, I guess I'll dump my excess. I have to discard it, I suppose. That's disappointing. Oh, dude, we've been playing on normal speed the whole time? Shizer. Okay, so Diallo 2 is over here. We've got Diallo something over here, and there's a gap in the astro. Oh, we've been attacked. We detect 2 ships rapidly approaching tactical weapons range. Comm channels open. Our ships are ready to attack, but you're lucky because we have no shortage of slaves at the moment. We can do this the easy way or the hard way. Oh, he gave us the Booty Warriors conundrum. Well, we got to do the... We're going the hard way, Chris Hansen. Let's go. So they're going to jump in and attack us. I'm going to freeze the game. Apparently our tigerfish is off, but if any of these get destroyed, I'll put it back online. We are going to focus on that ship right there because it has a big scary gun, and I don't like what's happening here. So open fire on their hull, please. And they will actually repeat fire. If we set this up, they will go through and they will just, every time the charge is up, they will just fire again at the enemy's shields, and they'll keep on firing at locations until you're good to go. And so hopefully they'll knock those shields out shortly. There goes the shields. We got a critical strike on their hull. Very nice. Our warp engines have been struck, so that's a bit of a problem. But with our... Oh, come on. Ooh, taking a little bit of hull damage right there. I need that ship to go. Blow it up. Get it out of here. There we go. All right, so let's pause the game, and we need to refocus our efforts on this enemy over here. I will take the 3s. We will focus entirely upon their hull because we want them to go. Actually, I'll have one gun fire at their gun to try and disable them. And we'll kind of see how that plays out. Did you actually manage to hit his gun? Because if you did, fantastic for you. Bully, dear sir. So the lasers are being fired. Tactical shots are being exchanged. Very nice. Keep that fire going out. Our ship does seem to have a size advantage on theirs. I'm hoping that they update the sound effects, too. The sound effects lack the boom that I like to hear from, like, space weapons and stuff like that. I don't know. It sounds like somebody moving around an actuator inside some kind of, like, device. We are scavenging the bodies of the 2 ships that we just destroyed very rapidly to see if we can get anything from here. Our drones have salvaged all resources possible. So we got 65 fuel. We got quite a bit from there. We're going to have to throw some stuff away. We also got fate points. Some of their ammo is now on board, which is absolutely fantastic. There's 4 modules for us to peruse. So let's have a look here and see what we got. Oh, we've got a turbine engine. We've got a fuel tank, a multi-container. We've got a do-it-yourself shield battery. Okay, what is that thing? What the hell is that? A pet slime? Where did he come from? A very friendly pet slime. Sometimes a bit too friendly. Did he eat our cat? No, our cat's over there. Okay, cool. Just got to make sure he didn't eat the cat. That takes 2. It takes 2, baby. It takes 2, baby. Me and you. Oh, that one takes 1. Okay, so that's going to knock out our modules if I use that. Shit, I was hoping we'd have, like, another reactor. So that's a small fuel tank. We don't really need that. A multi-container. We've got a multi-container. A lot of this stuff is just going to be salvageable. Do-it-yourself shield batteries might be a decent call. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to dish some of the extra stuff we have sitting around. I may have to harvest a lot of this just for... So engines give you dodge rating in combat, and so that's actually a combat upgrade, which makes me think that I want it. But we've already got like one of our weapons offline right now because we don't have the electrical charge we need in order to run the stuff we have on board, which is disappointing. Luckily, the level 3 laser seems to be mostly chewing through enemies and doing a pretty good job. And so we can afford to have stuff deactivated if we really need to. I'll put that in. We'll strip that very rapidly. I don't know what the long-range scanner does. I think it allows us to see the little dots. With a do-it-yourself shield battery, what's that going to cost me on energy? Increases maximum shield points by 5. That'd put us up to 11 shields. Pretty good, but once again, I do wish you could store modules. Like, I really do. Can you? Oh, you can. You just can't drag and drop them. Okay, cool. So, yeah, I'm just going to put those in storage then, because I'm going to save them until later until I have a more suitable energy solution. Radar not functional. Minimum sensor range only. We can't move because all of our stuff is full. Let's go back to the sector map, and it looks like we've got... primitives over here. We've got Diolo whatever where we got attacked on this side. Let's analyze and see what's going on. Sensor range, make sure I get... Gas giant has plenty of harvestable fuel elements in its atmosphere. The conditions are ideal for mining. Go ahead and do it then, because we need fuel. We're a little bit low on it at the moment. Fuel time. Atmospheric activity soon begins to intensify, threatening to turn into a dangerous megastorm. We are currently using Mothership for harvesting the gas. Should we leave? Risk HP. We need fuel badly. I've run out of fuel too frequently in this game. I can take damage to the hull, and I can fix that. It's just that, like, I would rather get some fuel out because I always run out of fuel whenever I play. Our estimations left too short a safety window for leaving, and the megastorm flushed over us with full force, electrifying the entire ship with countless lightning bolts and badly scorching its internal equipment. At least we got some fuel out of it, so 83 fuel right there. Very nice. Is anything offline, or are we just a little scuffed up? Ooh, we're more than scuffed up. We took some damage. Okay, I think that's the entire system for us, so let's take a look at the warp menu. Oh, we hit 2 out of 3. What planet did I miss out on then? It's probably this uninhabited one over here. Let's go ahead and have a look. Planet is inhabited by a highly militarized pre-industrial area and sectoid civilization. Cities and industrial areas dot the landscape. We are still in the middle of our scan when we receive a radio signal. The locals have spotted us and send a warning to stay away from their property or else. Can we negotiate? Is there any way for us to talk to them so we don't mean anything by it? The locals lose their cool as they feel we're trying to manipulate them via communications. They shut down the comm channels and launch a primitive nuclear attack against us from ground bases. Alright. We can either leave the planet, we can hack the missiles, or we can do a military intervention. Let's punish them. How dare you fire nukes at me? Their technology was better than expected, and it's disguised to look primitive. The rockets destroyed many of the drones sent to catch them and won't even reach the mothership. Oh, man. I hate being outwitted by primitives. That's upsetting. Filthy primitives. Alright, so let's jump to the next system down here. And we'll see what's going on in Fallow, which is very much kind of a wiener-sounding place. I don't know why, but it sounds like there's wieners here. And I'm not in the mood for a hot dog. The gas giant does not have any elements we can process into fuel. Is this all that was here? If I look at the warp menu, there was 1 out of 1 planets. Alright, let's go to the next place. Jump it! Whoppity drop into a new sector. Gonna shoot you if I find you with my vector. Alright, so we've got something down here. We'll go look at that. 2 ships are rapidly approaching tactical weapons range. They are not opening comms and broadcasting some kind of message. You shall make fine slaves, all of you. Why does everybody want me to be a slave? Man, people so cruel in this galaxy. Open fire with what we've got here. Keep engines online. Oh yeah, I pressed the wrong button. There we go. Fire! Their shields are already down, so that's always a good sign. However, our shields are also going down. Trying to get them to regenerate at whatever rate I can, but unfortunately this guy put out a pretty good first volley. We may end up quite dead if we don't shoot him faster than he's shooting us right now. Although I guess that would be a pretty good estimate. Oh my god, we are so hurt. Please die. Alright, so we got 2 ships over here. Let's go ahead and open fire on this turd sandwich over here. That's right, turd sandwich. I got you pegged. I only got 10 HP left, but that's more than enough to wreck your punk ass. Let's do this thing. Open fire with the mega lasers. Obliterate him. Aim for the space junk. Did you just shoot a space shotgun at me? Oh, hell no. I will not be blunderbust. Not in the vacuum. That's one of my main rules in life. Never get blunderbust in a vacuum. So the enemy's been defeated. Let's go ahead and scavenge their remains because I get the feeling we're going to need it. Our drones have gotten the resources left. There's 3 modules. We got a fate point and a whole bunch of random goodies. That'll make up for the stuff that we lost when we fought those people on that planet. We've got a mining laser 2. Let me pause the game so I'm not wasting resources here. So versus an industrial laser, what's the difference? We got 2, 15, 18. Oh, it's got much higher critical chance. Does it use the same electricity? If it used the same electricity, slap that Betty on. No complaints from me. You go work that laser. Work it, work it. We've got a new organics container over here, but I don't really have space for it. Ooh, an energy reactor. That's tempting. What does that provide? 15. And that provides 9. See, we'd have to get rid of another module in order to make that work, which is the part that concerns me. like one of my modules would have to go. I suppose I could get rid of we've got a storage container. What does the storage container do for me? Oh, it's for disassembled modules. Okay, that's fine. Well, we're left with kind of a tough choice in front of us now. I could definitely use more electricity. More electricity would be fantastic. What is this providing me in terms of evasion? So it's giving me a 7% dodge bonus. This one's giving me a... Oh, really? So that one's actually not as good, even though it looks bigger and more awesome? Oh, wow. This engine down here actually turns out to be better. The printed engine, anyway, is better than the turbine engine. Kind of surprised by that. I probably should have thought about that. But then again, we did pay for like an engine upgrade at the start of the game. So I guess that does make sense. If I've got extra power sitting around, we should absolutely turn something back on. Module storage container. Damn, dude. We do not have the options that I want right now. I'm going to get rid of the integrity module. We're not using it anyways, so we might as well put in an engine right there. It's going to take the shields off the top end, so why concern ourselves? That'll allow us the opportunity to get this back up and running over here. So we'll send a crewman over there, and then we will... Oh, I don't have... Do I not have the energy to turn it back on? No, I got the energy. Cool. And then we've got, like, what, 7 power remaining? 7 power remaining. That do-it-yourself shield generator is very tempting. It's very tempting. Very tempting indeed. Let's throw all these module packages in here just in case we need them for later, because if we scrap them right now, we're just going to lose the modules anyways. So it's no biggie. We're in Jua at the moment. Go to the star map. Have a look around here. Glad to see that our sensors are back online. That does make me feel a little bit less cautious about flying through the unknown at breakneck paces. It said there was 2 Oh, shit. We got another approaching ship. A single medium-sized ship in tactical range. You heard of slavers? They got 2 ships nearby. I can make them go away for a few exotics. Do I have any exotics? We don't have enough exotics, so we got to take fighter escape during combat. Alright. We're in combat again. This is apparently what we're doing today. Open fire on him. Break everything you can. His shields are already mostly down, so there it is. Hopefully he's not as well armed as he looks. We've got a fire on board the ship. I'm going to get the people woke up from the cryopods. Get over there and get that repaired, please. There it is. Cryopods all taken care of. He should probably explode shortly unless our hull winds up dead faster than I'd like. There we go. Oh, man. He is focusing on our shield generator. He wants it bad. Did we get him? Alright, take me back over to here. Take me back tonight. I got a reactor to heal in the starlight. Alright, so we got some modules. Is there anything good? A combat sensor Mark II. Some of you guys... Oh, those guys have low HP. Okay, we'll put them in the cryo sleep bay for now then. We'll find the little guys that have the best little monitor rating over here. We'll send them over this way. You go fix that. You fix that. We've got a sensor. So a combat sensor 2. That's a 1B. We'll go ahead and replace that right there. Is that just more power efficient? Is that what it comes down to? And then we'll tell that guy to operate that. So what does that do for me? Does it make my accuracy better? Okay, it makes my accuracy better in combat. Sounds good. I don't want both of you. I just want you, and you need to go back to the cryo bay. Hopefully they heal a gambler without unpaid debts. A cyberpunk writer looking for an adventure. No kidding. We've got combat sensors over here. We'll go ahead and store those up. We've also got another organics container in a pretty good spot. If you want to see more of Shortest Trip to Earth, let me know. Comments, likes, all that kind of stuff are the best way that I judge whether or not a series stays or goes, or whether we just do a one-shot impressions. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle. Check out indie games every single day. If you like what I do, check out the Patreon down below. And if you want to get the game for yourself, I'll have a link for you on that as well. Thank you for stopping on in, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody.